Hello everyone, welcome to EPM 4902, the Capstone Seminar for Summer Quarter 2016. My name is Dr. Camerata. I'm going to be your seminar leader this quarter. This is my contact information. I'm usually available 24/7 on email and voicemail, so leave me a message or send me an email. I'll get back with you just as soon as I can. You can also use the question and answer threads on the class website to contact me. This class is going to be one of the most challenging classes you've taken at DU. It's in a seminar format, so it's going to be a little bit different than what you've been used to. The assignments are scaffolded, which means that they build on each other. So let's take a look at where your grade is going to be coming from here. 20% of your grade is going to be based on class participation in the discussion forums. We have a number of smaller assignments: the pre-class assignment, paper proposal, capstone outline, annotated reference list, and the communication exercise in a reverse outline. All add up, along with the peer review exercise, add up to about another 10% of your grade. Don't be fooled by the small size of these assignments. These are absolutely essential. Your capstone draft is going to be based on what you've done in all of these smaller assignments, so it's very important that you complete them successfully. The real kicker for this class is that half of your grade is going to come from your final capstone paper and your final presentation in the last week of class. You simply cannot get a decent paper unless you have performed all of the activities up to that point, including participating, supporting your peers, and developing all of these smaller papers. Here's our schedule for the quarter. As you can see, our first assignment, the pre-class work, is actually due the first day of class. So if you're seeing this video on the second day of class, you're already late. I recommend that you get a start right away. We can see from this schedule that we have something due just about every week. This is also true with the discussion threads, but we have our smaller papers. The proposal is due in Module 1, outline is due in Module 2, annotated reference list, Module 4, communication exercise, Module 5, reverse outline, Module 6, the draft in Module 7, a peer review exercise in Module 7, and then we have a couple of weeks where we don't have papers due. This is the crunch time for the class, and then I've given you a couple extra days here so that your final paper and your presentation are due the last day of class. As you can see, 20% of your grade is going to be assigned in Module 7 from the first draft. This should be a 95% draft. Everything should be intact in terms of the content, and what remains to be done is some ordering and some formatting. The final capstone and the final capstone presentation, again, that's half of your grade, is due the last day of class. The discussion threads are a very important part of this class. We have 21 forums total in 10 weeks, so 200 points, 20% of your grade. That's 1 to 2 forums each week. In order to succeed in this class, you're going to have to stay active and engaged. So make sure that you're on there. You're supporting your fellow students in the class. Make sure that your posts are meaningful. Participate on 3 days each week as a minimum. What you're going to find is we're going to be using these for sharing files and giving feedback to each other, providing input. Again, this is a seminar class, so this means that you're going to create the class as we go. I'm going to guide the discussions and respond to questions and provide some standards for the paper and the presentation. It's up to you to make the class a success. So the burden is going to be on you here to select a good topic, move forward with your problem, do some research around that problem, and then develop an in-depth analysis based on that research. Now, based on the past classes, the past times I've taught this class, these are some of the areas that students found problems in, and some of the areas that derailed them from being successful. First of all, I'll reiterate again, this is a seminar format. That means that I am a seminar leader. I'm more of a facilitator. I'm a resource that's there for you to use. You are going to be doing the majority of the activities in the class, and I'll guide those activities. So it's not going to be you responding to me and taking tests. This is your project. You need to make this your own. Take it on, make it meaningful for you. Work with your fellow students to create a good final paper and good final presentation. This means that you're going to need to stay involved. Keep up with the class and support your peers. If you fall behind in this class, it's almost impossible to catch up. Because, again, I'll reiterate, this is probably the most challenging class you have taken at DU. If you're taking another class at the same time, I recommend that you drop that other one and just focus on this one. I've had many students tell me that they've done that. Some of the students who have failed this class have tried to take it along with something else, and it really, literally is impossible. You're going to be spending 20 to 40 hours per week minimum. Research is not difficult, and it is very time consuming. So you'll find yourself spending many hours online at the online library. If you're in Denver, you'll be down at the library, and you'll be working in there, reading articles, assessing the results, figuring out how they can support what you're doing. The key here is time management. You must manage your time effectively. This means setting aside time each day, preferably, having some weekends, and be prepared to take some vacation time. If you have a job, if you're working right now, you are most likely going to need a few days off, especially towards the end of the class. That last 3 weeks is very, very intense. So make sure that you're managing your time. Get everything on the calendar. Get the due dates for all the assignments on the calendar. Get your requirements down. Lay out what you have to do. There is a tremendous amount of work in this class. And again, it's not difficult. It's time consuming. So the way that you manage your time is everything. One of the major items in this class is the support of DU resources. The research librarians are an excellent resource. They have helped many, many students. I just wanted to remind you that DU has one of the finest libraries in Colorado and in the entire country, both online and on ground. There are research librarians that you can go and talk to directly. They will help you find articles that are relevant to your topic and to your problem statement. Also, the DU Writing Center will help you editing your paper and focusing your writing, improving your writing style and improving your Turabian. So use the Writing Center. Use the research librarians. They are there for you. You are paying a rather large amount in tuition. Part of your tuition goes for these resources. So use them. The students who have been most successful have been the ones who have used the resources. And if you don't use them, you're going to struggle. It's going to take you probably 2 to 3 times as long as it could have if you had used the research librarians in the Writing Center. Again, this is a capstone. That means that this paper is a summary of everything you've learned and is one of the major milestones in your academic and professional career. I am going to hold you to the highest possible standards for this paper. That means Turabian formatting with 0 mistakes. That means analysis. That means a clearly defined problem statement or thesis. That means a well-developed literature review that shows you are aware of the current research in the area, as well as what the research means. You're also able to formulate your research into an argument that supports your recommended solution. Your solution is clear, it's practical, it's able to be implemented, and you've thought about the consequences of implementing your solution. These are some of the standards you're going to have to meet if you're going to pass the class. So I really want to set your expectations here. This is going to be probably the most difficult class you've taken, not because of the material, but because of the time management and the research skills that are required. So keep calm, work hard, stay at it, stay engaged with the class, and you will succeed. So we'll see you online.